welcome to Storytime with Sid. I am Sid. Who are you? Well, I'm so glad that you could join me for Storytime live at 6:45 on Monday, the whatever day in June it is. I think it's the 29th today, isn't it? Should we say it's the 29th? Monday, the 29th of June. Doesn't the time fly? We're at the end of June already. Look at the rose petals falling through the sky. That's to make us all feel lovely and calm and to help us when we go through our quiet moment, learning to defeat distraction by staying quiet and calm for 45 seconds. So we've got those rose petals just to help us out. And of course we do that just before we go into the story. Tonight's story is called Listening with My Heart. Interesting title. I thought we listened with our ears, don't we? We do. But maybe we can find out what it's like to learn to listen with our heart as well. Interesting idea. We'll find out more in just a moment. Sniffy's here on the scene as usual, my favourite cuddly toy. Have you got your favourite cuddly toy with you, bedtime bunnies? I certainly hope you have. And I hope you're dressed and ready for bed. Brushed your teeth, washed your face, had your dinner. You're all ready and relaxed, got your favourite cuddly, and it's going to be a nice story just for tonight. Hope you had a lovely weekend, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do like what you see and you want to know more, then just hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, you can catch up with all the stories here on my YouTube channel from all the way back to the very beginning. Lots of brilliant stories to listen to and look at, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them if you just take your time and listen to them whenever you feel like you want to. But of course, there's nothing like the live at 6:45. Right now, so let's bring in our clock, which allows us to time ourselves for 45 seconds. So all you need to do is get yourself nice and comfy, nice relaxed space, bring in your little cuddly if you've got one, and make sure you get yourself a nice big deep breath in and relax it out. Another big deep breath in and relax it out. Feels good, doesn't it? Should we do one more? Come on then. Shake out those shoulders, shake your neck, wobble your head, let it all go. Feel nice and calm and relaxed. And we can hold that position. I'll start the clock and all we have to do is stay still and quiet, breathing nicely and calmly for 45 seconds. Oh. Clock didn't start. Let's go again. There we are. Brilliant. Well done, bedtime bunnies, or I should say superheroes of calm, because that's what you are becoming by learning to sit still and quiet for at least 45 seconds. And you are definitely defeating distraction, which is most definitely the enemy. Oh, yes, indeed. So keep that up. Thumbs up from me. Let's give you the fireworks sparkle. I'm going to put on some whiskers and ears. There we go. Well, let's remove the clock, bring in our story page. Now that you're sitting comfortably, now that we're all relaxed, let's get to it. Listening with My Heart. Now this story is by, let's see, Gabi, Garcia, and was illustrated by Ying Tan. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk with her to school, she paced back and forth when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she walked out. "I see you found the little treasure," said Mama. She rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. "Maybe it's a sign." "For what?" asked Mama. Esperanza thought about the class play later that afternoon and wondered what it would be like in the spotlight. "To put my heart into everything I do," she answered. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty, shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitty into her lap and cuddled her. "She's all alone. I think she's hungry." Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched off a piece of chicken and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. "Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we do when we listen with our hearts." "I think you're onto something," said Mama. "Can we keep Cleopatra, please?" asked Esperanza, who'd already named the kitty. "Queens are always welcome at our home," said Mama. "If she's still here after school, we'll take her in." At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Beo sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school and this week didn't speak English. She wondered if he felt alone or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. A smile spread across Beo's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, then bounced it between his knee and his head a few times. "Dude's got moves," thought Esperanza. They spent the rest of recess giggling and making up hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English-Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote "friend" in Vietnamese, drew a picture of Beo and her, then placed it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Beo to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza awaited her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line and splattered across the stage. When she got up, Esperanza forgot her lines, so Miss Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. "I ruined the play," Esperanza thought, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. "I messed up in front of everyone." She tucked herself in behind some props so no one would see her. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and tears streamed down her face. Esperanza dug out the rock in her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. A few minutes later, Beo walked over and handed Esperanza a drawing of her with the word "friend" written above it. Esperanza nodded. She realized she hadn't been treating herself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she'd missed the ball that swooshed by her head and they lost the game. "Nice work!" a player from that team yelled as the others laughed. Esperanza thought she had let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts had made her feel worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She'd had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about spreading kindness and love to others. It was about giving it to herself too. "I can be a friend to myself," thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she decided to do some of her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike and then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug that she needed from her mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. And that's the end of Listening with Your Heart. And it was published by Skinned Knee. What did you think? Did you like it, bedtime bunnies? Or should I say, superheroes of calm? So you can listen with your heart, and that's the way to do it. Well, I hope you have a lovely evening, sleep well tonight, and I shall see you tomorrow for another bedtime story. It's going to be a Dr. Zeus story, and it's something to do with a goldfish, whose name is Gustav. See you tomorrow, sleep well, good night, lots of love, bye.